What is up, YouTube? Nyks here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the games that I'm playing while I'm waiting for Bliss Online. Alright, so there are a couple of games that I like to play while I'm waiting for Bliss. With MMOs, you can't really play them for an extended period of time. MMOs have a pretty repetitive cycle, whether it be PvP or PvE. It's basically grinding, getting better gear, and you just keep on going with that loop. With PvP, you get that through battlegrounds and all that type of jazz, and PvE, you get that from dungeons. But the gameplay loop is basically the same, right? You get better, you go back, fight things, get better gear, and it just iterates over itself again and again. The problem with that, though, is it gets boring. Even if it's PvP, you know, once you have your rotations locked down, once you know how basically every other class works in some sense, you get bored of it. And I'm not just talking about Bliss Online, every MMO has this. You get bored of PvP, so you have to do something to kind of counteract that. What I like to do is play other games, right? Specifically, I have 3 games that I kind of continuously have on rotation, so as soon as I don't feel like playing an MMO, I revert to these 3 games. Now, these are just my choices with regards to the games that I play. People can have different games, but the underlying idea is you don't want those games to be other MMOs. You want them to be something that's kind of removed from this whole MMORPG genre, because if they aren't, you're going to go play those and you're going to feel shitty about it because it's basically the same system. You're not going to be having fun. So for me, as of right now, my 3 in rotation, I kind of have a couple of them in rotation right now, just because, you know, I don't have uni on, so I just have a lot of free time on my hands. Alright, so let's just get to the games. Dark Souls 3, recently bought this off Steam, and yeah, so that's a pretty self-explanatory thing. Dark Souls 3 is a really freaking hard game. I don't know how hard it was my first Dark Souls, so it takes forever for me to actually get anywhere in this game. It's really hard. Combat system is hella fun. Class system is pretty cool, how you can pick different classes. But the main thing here is it's a defensive game, and it doesn't feel like an MMO in any sense, right? Just one continuous game loop, and you're fighting bosses, and it's pretty fun. It's extremely hard. Been killed like freaking 80 times, I think, already. So yeah, so that's Dark Souls 3. I don't know if I can recommend it, but it is what it is. The other game that I'm currently playing is Dota 2. I play this for many reasons. Dota 2 is pretty popular. You can spend a lot of time on it. You can always like min-max things and get into that groove, you know, finding the best item builds, getting like the latest how-to and things, and trying out different rotations in general. It's pretty fun just experimenting around. And yeah, so they've got a big roster of heroes to play from. I think it's 110 or something insane like that. So, you know, whenever you feel tired or bored, you just move on to another hero and you just do the same thing again. You try to like master him in some sense, and it's just really fun to play with friends. So that's another recommendation, so to speak, from my end. Dota 2, yeah, it's free as well, so anyone can play that game. You don't have to pay any amounts of money unless you want to buy some sets to look cool. You know, gotta look groovy, dude. Gotta look A1. But yeah, so that's Dota 2. And the other game that I like to play is Brawlhalla. Now, Brawlhalla, some people might not like it, others might love it, but for me, it's kind of the perfect brawler game, right? I haven't seen anything that's like this that's on PC right now. So for those that don't know, again, Brawlhalla is a free-to-play game. You can just download it off Steam and it's good to go. It's a 2D brawler game, so it basically functions just like Super Smash Brothers. I've never played that, I've just seen the gameplay of Smash Bros, but it basically functions like that. I play ranked mode just because you gotta get that PvP buzz on, man. I always miss that when I'm not playing competitive games. It just gets to me. I just need to play something that I can PvP in. So yeah, the matches aren't really that long. They last like 5 minutes. ish. It usually averages around 2.5 minutes per match, so you can, you know, burn a couple of hours from that. Again, it's the same type of technique, right? Essentially, you're just trying to take your mind off playing MMOs for a bit. That's the basic premise of doing all this, right? You just don't want to think about the main MMO. You want to take your mind away from that, and that just allows you to do that. Alright, another game that I play on the down low is CSGO. Now, CSGO is not free to play, costs a bit of money, but once you start playing it, oh my god, it's one of the best shooters I've ever played. Everything feels really nice, the gunplay is there, everything is there, but then again it is CSGO, a very competitive scene, and obviously they would have to have the gunplay and stuff down, so, you know, that's to be expected in some sense. So yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone knows about CSGO, you know, Dust 2. I would say it's the most famous map. Like, everyone knows about Dust 2 and Dust. It's just a very iconic thing when it comes to shooters. So yeah, that's just my opinion. I like those type of games. Another one that was released recently on Steam was Battlerite. I'll have some gameplay up of that as well. But Battlerite was really fun. I didn't play it for that long, but if you don't like MOBAs, you will probably love this, because the people who don't like MOBAs are the people who hate farming, and that was me for a very long time. I just hated the whole process of, you know, getting last hits and farming up, doing all the little farming rotations in the jungle and whatnot, and doing all this efficiency type of things, and I just really wanted to bypass that and just get to the team fights. And Battlerite is basically just that. It plays not like a MOBA. It's really hard to explain because you move with the WSAD keys, and wherever your mouse is kind of where you cast your abilities, in like that general direction or that AoE, depending on the ability that you're casting. It's really fun. Really quick matches, 2v2s, 3v3s. You know, they've got the whole team play thing as well. They don't have 1v1s, I don't think. They might, I might be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that. But it's just really fun. I didn't end up playing it for that long. It's just because it just got boring for me after a while. I might try it out later on, but that's a big maybe. That's basically everything. You know, I'm really looking forward to Bliss Online. I'm hoping it launches in the first quarter of this year. And, you know, I hope it launches, and I hope the launch goes well, because holy crap, I'm looking forward to that. I'll be releasing way more Bliss content once it actually comes out. Oh, another thing is, we recently hit 100 subs, which is, in my opinion, that's quite a lot of people, and, you know, I really appreciate the support. Hopefully I can deliver content that you guys like. So yeah, like if you liked the video, dislike if you didn't like it. Subscribe for more Bliss Online content, and I'll see you soon.